Hello, beautiful people. Nigeria indeed is a theater of drama. Every day we keep, watching new movies as it keeps unfolding. And this time around, we are looking at what is going on in Benue State. Diaspora people are talking, and it will amaze you what our politicians are saying. And it's really disheartening. I do not know how we have gotten to this level, but by the time you listen to this news, you will understand why we are saying what we are saying right now. But before we go into the news proper further analysis, we'd like you to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you will see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. When you are in diaspora, if you are indeed in diaspora, please listen to this news. It particularly concerns you. Well, a member of the House of Representatives, Mark Gibla, has criticized the Deputy Speaker Ahmed Wase for blocking a petition by members of his constituency based in the United States of America. Listen to this. He said what the presiding officer did was against the standing orders of the House. This was just as the Mutual Union of Thieves in America, whose petition was blocked by Wuse, alleged that herdsmen were taking over and renaming their ancestral lands abandoned by thief people in parts of Benue. I will take that again. This was just as the Mutual Union of Thieves in America, whose petition was blocked by Wase, alleged that herdsmen were taking over and renaming their ancestral lands abandoned by thief people in parts of Benue, Taraba, Nasarawa states due to herders and farmers clashes. Gibla, who is representing Gwas East and Gwa West Federal Constituency in Benue State, had at the plenary on Wednesday, moved to lay the petition by MUTA, that's MUTA, that's Mutual Union of Thieves in America. That's the full meaning. But Wase, who presided over the session, prevented Gibla from laying the petition, claiming that the House does not entertain petitions from outside the country. Wase had asked the Benue lawmaker if MUTA was registered with Corporate Affairs Commission. According to Gibla, who faulted the deputy speaker, the constitution gives Nigerians the freedom of association, and that the House has committees and that handles issues relating to foreign affairs and the diaspora. Our correspondent obtained a copy of the petition on Sunday, dated February 15, 2021, and signed by the president of MUTA, Mr. Simon Gusok, and chairman IDP committee MUTA, that's MUTA, Professor Joseph Zume. It was titled, "A Petition Against the Federal Republic of Nigeria led by President Muhammadu Buhari." The petition read in part, "The continued neglect or abandonment of hundreds of thousands of thief families in IDP camps across Benue, Nasarawa, and Taraba State has become not only embarrassing but also a disgrace to the entire thief race worldwide. The time to end the assault on the peace-loving thief people of Nigeria is now." MUTA, that's the acronym, alleged that since 2013, armed Fulani herdsmen have repeatedly wreaked havoc on communities in 20 of the 23 local government areas of Benue State, massacring thousands of people, destroying communities, and often totally arbitrating economy and cultural assets. Consequently, the association said hundreds of thousands of displaced families now occupy 27 internally displaced internally displaced persons camp, that's IDPs camp, across the state, with many more cohabiting relatives in unpalatable conditions. Oh my God. The group further said, more depressing is that large swaths of the land vacated by these victims have been occupied by their violators. In Kwande local government area, for example, the communities of Moon have lost their lands to armed herders who now graze their cows freely on those lands while the real owners languish in IDP camps. Speaking to our correspondent on Sunday, Gibla said the action by Wuse was out of line as the standing rules of the House did not set the conditions for which the Deputy Speaker dismissed the petition. Hey, guys, you have heard, which means, let me summarize this whole petition. So that this big grammar is knocking my head. Let me summarize it. If you are in diaspora, let me break it down to normal Nigerian setting. You stayed in Nigeria, the condition is very harsh. I want to run. Nigeria is no more conducive. You decided you now got a green card. You did a visa lottery, American visa lottery. You won, you ran. Thank God the Lord has buttered your bread. You went to United States for greener pastures. God now blessed your butter. God now blessed you. You got a job. You now started sending some small money down to Nigeria for your aged parents. But along the line, Fulani herdsmen, or better still, Fulani bandits, now due to farmer herders clash, don't forget that Benue State is the food basket of the nation. Due to farmer herder clash, they now drove your mother away, drove your father away from the house. They're now in internally displaced persons camp inside the same state where the environment is not even conducive for them to lay their head because it's overly crowded. Only for you to wake up one morning, your grandmother called you or your mother called you and said, "My son, that our village in Gwanda is no more our village now. They have renamed it to one Fulani name. It is now a Fulani settlement." All of a sudden, you that traveled in diaspora for greener pastures, you are in Nigeria, but you don't have a locality anymore. Place where you called your home is no longer your home. It's now owned by another who has, by default, have claimed it and it is now their own. They're now staying there grazing. By the time they stay there for the next 2, 3, 4 years, the real owners cannot even come and occupy. If you must occupy that same land that was yours some 2 years ago, you have to fight for it. I mean, real battle for it, because now they'll be comfortable. And by the time this history keeps changing and the narration keeps changing, before you know it, some lands will become Fulani ancestral lands. How then do you reclaim your ancestral land? And now, somebody whose constituency is affected brings it to the house. They said the diaspora people, who by law are actually Nigerians, just that they traveled abroad, can no longer say because they live in diaspora. Let me quickly say this, that we have what we call diaspora remittance. In fact, most of the foreign exchange, Nigeria have a crunch of foreign exchange right now because of so much borrowing. Most of that crunch is being elevated, being reduced by that remittance coming from diaspora. That foreign exchange, that forex, it is those people in diaspora that reduce the crunch of dollar scarcity in Nigeria. The same diaspora people who are so important to economic value as a nation are the same persons they are saying that since they are not in Nigeria, they don't understand the security situation in Nigeria. Hence, they don't have an excuse or they don't have a say to petition the federal government of Nigeria. The same diaspora people are the people you are now saying they don't have the right. Now, who has a better? Are they not Nigerians? Now they ask the question: is this said MUTA? Are they registered in Nigeria in corporate affairs? Yes. Why don't they have a say to speak in situations that affect them? This is a typical example, a micro example of what is going on. Alleged, they said. Alleged, a report. Let's put in a